So, my dear Taurus, the Sun has moved into Capricorn, and Capricorn is the attachment, is Saturn, are the lessons, is the teaching. And so you're getting the light for the moon, which is in your sign. And here we have you as the self-worth, as the resources, and what attachments can we look into, right? When we look at now this combination, Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Taurus. The yoga position here is we dance ourselves out of the five senses into the sixth sense. And you got here the movement, a movement that when I inhale, come up, and I exhale, bring the energy down. I know I have done the work, the spiritual work. The 10th house of social status and the 2nd house of resources and worth, right? We have here a beautiful card. You can see how she is actually meditating on that. So you are very clearly, as Taurus, the sensual personality, very sensual. And so maybe you're attached to certain energies and you now called to look into that. Now you're ruled by Venus, ruled by Saturn. And so Venus, beauty and love, right? Let's check the attachments here, and we will of course see that through the reading. Your court card is the King of Pentacles, is your birthday between April 10th and May 9th. Then is he your court card. He is the king with the money. He is really rich. And so what are you doing with it? Because you're sitting to the left, and we are going to the left because we're going to your new moon, and when we go to the new moon we go to the left, when we go to the full moon we go to the right. Back to the last reading, you had Sagittarius Sun giving Taurus Moon the light. When you take action, know that to be you is equally important. So there were the 9 of Pentacles, right? We had the 5 of Cups and the 8 of Wands, right? I mean, you definitely have there realized something, that you are important, that the way you work with yourself and with others is important. And so back then in that reading we were looking what the Wheel of Fortune is bringing us, because the Wheel of Fortune is connected with Sagittarius. Now we're going to look into the world, because Saturn also rules the world. And so I'm just going to pick a card from the Muse Tarot. And we see what the world is telling you through Capricorn, right? And let's see, the 6 of Inspiration. Look at that. The 6 of Inspiration is connected with Jupiter in Leo, and Jupiter in Leo is that I am successful. The way I act, the way I show myself, the way I am behaving, and the world is feeling that, right? That you are successful. So the 21 plus the 6 is a 27, and the 27 is then calculated together a 9. The Hermit, the inner victory you can show to the world, is what Capricorn is bringing to you. To climb, to reach up. The 6, right? 15 makes here 6 portal, to reach and to know that you have the power to actually realize now your status, right? The way you are being seen in this world. So we're going to have a look at the reading. We're going to the left. Remember, we're going back to the new moon. So in the position of the Fool, that foolish idea that all of a sudden comes, is here. The Knight of Wands. This is Sagittarius, so maybe it has to do with the last reading, right? Sagittarius Sun brought you maybe a deeper understanding of what the Wheel of Fortune wants to talk to you. In here you see now a Sagittarius going out into the world. Meanwhile, the Fool goes to the left. And so there is a little bit of a something happening, right? Because Uranus is connected with the Fool, and so there is something. Either there is a Sagittarius disturbing you a little bit because he goes in the other direction and you are now going inwards. And Sagittarius is like, I want to go out. On the position of the Magician comes the Sweat Lodge. And the Sweat Lodge is the number 54, which creates then a 9. The 9 and the 1 is a 10. So here comes the Wheel of Fortune. And that's connected with Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is the 9th zodiac sign. So we have a 9-9 portal here. And you see that Magician is connected with Mercury. And Mercury is the information. I think you need to go deep down. It's almost like there is this, again, this split. One is going this way and you're going deep within. He's going out. He's like, I want to go out. But you're like, I want to go in. I want to know. I want to learn. Now, what do you want to know and learn? And the Six of Wands came. The Six of Wands is, again, Jupiter in Leo. But here, I'm going to put him down. It's reverse. So you have Six of Wands and Six of Wands. So the world is making you think that you are a winner, right? Saturn is talking here. And Saturn is the teacher, is the finger, is letting you know, don't think in victory. Think in the way you can achieve things around you, with the people around you. Not being a winner, right? And so here the Six of Wands looks like this. This way, she's upright. This way, you see the peace sign behind it. And so you go in to recognize what it means to be a winner. So you have here 12 wands. 12 is the Hanged Man, and she's upside down. And the Hanged Man is look deep within. What is it here that you want from life? And you're going to find it hopefully here. And then the 3 is left, right? The 3 is the Empress. So the reverse of Six of Wands here in this deck is she is a leader who has risen and taken her place on a wheel of fire. Reversed, she's not able to express her power now. Is something stopping her? Does she lack the confidence? So something is blocking you, and that's why you're going into the Sweat Lodge and have a look, right? Because you have here the 9 plus the 1 is the 10 plus the 6 is the 16. 16 is the Tower. Something needs to go. Something doesn't work anymore. And so the 7 is left, and the 7 is always teaching you to recognize who you really are, how powerful you are, and what it's all about. On the position of the High Priestess comes Scorpio, the King of Cups, which is opposite of you, right? You are the King of Pentacles, and the King of Cups is opposite of you. And so somehow something is talking to you, because here you get your full moon, right? It's in your month where you have your new moon, sun and new moon both in your sign. It's in your opposite sign where you have the full moon. So here is something talking to you very clearly, right? And so here's the 8th zodiac sign, plus the 2 is a 10. The Wheel of Fortune again is talking back in Sagittarius Sun. We had the Wheel of Fortune. And you need to realize what Jupiter does, right? Jupiter does crazy things to us. Jupiter in Leo, right? Leo is usually that I am a winner, but now it's something completely different. And so you need to look and see what is it, and then be emotionally ready to accept that. See that the intuition is bringing you here the power of Scorpio, the big transformation, right? The 8th house of reincarnation, that things continue, that you trust and believe that and know that. On the position of the Empress comes the Wheel of Fortune. The 10 and the 3 is the 13, which is death, Scorpio. So Scorpio in a way is looking at the Wheel of Fortune, your opposite sign, and the 13 turns into a 4 is the Emperor. And the Emperor is the leader that we always need or look up to, but sometimes we need to lead ourselves. And so the Wheel of Fortune is bringing you here an understanding that you need to look deeper into your emotions. And I just want to have a look, right? What card? I'm just going to pull one of the Wheel of Fortune, and it's number 26, the transformation. So the Wheel of Fortune is bringing you the transformation in your heart. You got to open your emotions, and it's the number 26, which is an 8, right? And so the 8-8 framing the 13, it's clear. There is a huge transformation. There's a huge shift. There is something with Scorpio, right? There is something that's talking. And so see that. Have a look at that, right? Because you also have here a Sagittarius. So maybe there's a transformation happening with Sagittarius. Then on the position of Taurus comes here the Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn. Capricorn, the 10th house of status, plus the 5 is the 15, which is the devil, which is the attachment, right? This kind of attachment where we cut roses and think it's beautiful to have them cut in a vase. It's not, right? You want to have the plants in the earth. You want to have them more independent. And so here we recognize that the 15 then creates a 6. And then you have 3 times the 6, right? You have the 6 here. You have the 6 here. And you have a 6 in the transformation. And of course now you have a 6 here. The 15 turns into a 6, right? So there is a Capricorn helping you to understand the social status, and you need to look at that because that's the moon, that's your subconscious, what comes up, and Capricorn is helping you with that. On the position of the King of Pentacles comes the 5 of Wands, and so you have 12 Wands and 5 Wands, which is 17. That's Aquarius. That's the hope. That's the love. That's understanding that a new age is coming, and that new age is not always easy. It's difficult, right? It's difficult to recognize and see that. So you're fighting a little bit, right? And fighting maybe with yourself, because the 5 of Wands is Saturn in Leo, and Saturn is coming up here very clearly, right, through the world, through Capricorn. So there is something really important, right, talking to you, because you remember we had the 15 here, right? And the 15 is the devil, is Capricorn, is Saturn, is the finger, is the lesson. And so there are lessons to be learned, right? deep down with a Capricorn, deep down also with the lesson that Saturn in Leo is bringing you now the 2 and the 5 into a 7, the higher chakra, right, the crown chakra. And the 7 is always understanding how this world functions, right? And it's really like, it's not easy. Sometimes it's tough. We got to measure ourselves with others and see how they do things. Then on the position of Capricorn, which is in the Sun, comes here the 10 of Cups, and that's connected with Mars in Pisces. And the 10 of Cups is the happy family, right? You can see that it's here. They have everything what you need. They have also the emotional relationship. And so the 10 and the 15 is then a 25, right? And the 25 is again a 7. So you have a 7-7 portal. There is something that you envious of this, right? And I could also make here a 6. The 10 and the 6 is the 16 is the Tower. You're fighting for something, for your happiness, for the relationship that's coming here. And so you see here Capricorn. Now in your deck, Capricorn doesn't look so, he looks quite scary, right? So Capricorn, for some reason, the social status that you've climbed up and want to provide for your family is also attaching you, right? Is also bringing you to a level where you maybe need to learn to also just simply feel what you're feeling here and allow those feelings to just be important, right? But do not get attached. Then on the position of the Moon, the dream oracle, comes here the Fool's Embrace, the transmuting pain, which is the number 22. 22 is the Fool, and the Fool is here the Sagittarius. So there is a Sagittarius that is edging you, that is pushing you, but there's also a Capricorn and there's also a Scorpio. So recognize that the 22, the Fool, brought you the Sagittarius energy. So there is a painful situation that you need to transmute and look deeper in, because he's facing the soul path, right? And so learn everything there is to learn, because we have the 18, which is the 9. Then we have a 22-9 portal here. And I wanted to see what is it, right? What's going on? And the 6 of Cups came. The 6 of Cups is like there are memories. And so the 6 and the 9 is again a 15. Here's some attachments, but there are also memories, right? Emotional memories. The 6 of Cups is always connected with the Sun and Scorpio, and Scorpio is here, right? Remember, the King of Cups. So you are needing to look at this, because the 6 of Cups to the left is telling you that the 6 of Cups in general says women ride horses and seahorses over the crest of a wave. They salute with a cup out of which spirals a snake. Right, remember, Capricorn is the snake. And so to the left, she isn't fully trusting herself to come out with how she feels. And so this is what you got to learn here, to transmute that, right? Because we had the 9 and the 6 is the 15, which is Capricorn, which is the devil, the attachments to certain feelings. And that's why you are in this position, right? The 22 is a portal. And so in the end, the 6 is left. The 6, which is, remember the good memories. Remember there is something that you can do and heal in this situation with maybe a Sagittarius. Then on the position of the Sun comes here the number 17, the cave. And in that cave there's a womb and there's something growing. So the 19 turns into a 10, And the 17 is Aquarius, is the star. So the 19, and the sun is a dwarf star as well, right? The 19 and the 8 is 18, is the subconscious, is the moon. And the moon brought you the 22 and the 6, right? The 6 of Cups. So now here you have the 10 plus the 8, the 18, and 9. And I wanted to see what is it that you are working on in the cave. And it's the Emperor upside down, the 4. And so the 10 plus the 8 is the 18 is the 9. The 9 and the 4 is the 13, and the 13 is death, is Scorpio, is saying, yes, you gotta let go, is saying, yes, there is this transformation. There has been a 13 already, the Wheel of Fortune plus the Empress. And what did the Wheel of Fortune bring? Transformation in your heart, transformation in your heart. The 8, right? That is actually clear that the 18 and then the 9 and the 9 and the 4 is the 13 and then the 4 is left. You do not want to be in this position anymore. You do not want to recognize that sometimes when we think we win, someone else is losing. And so don't think in terms of winning, think in terms of recognizing why he is going this way. Well, now you know, because there is success, there is something to be achieved, and that's the young generation, right? Because the Knights are more younger energies, where you are a more older energy because you're a king, right? You're not sitting on a horse, but Sagittarius is, and Sagittarius wants to go out. And so maybe you understand this personality a little better when you see this, when you see that here, this I want to go out and be this incredible personality is maybe something that you need to look at and that you want. And so this is closing the reading, right? Here the 9th zodiac sign plus the 6 is again a 15. And so the 6 of Wands, right? Because Sagittarius is a fire sign, so it's again 15 and the 6 is left. We want to be successful. We want to show the world how empowered we are. And so the reason is now for you to understand that in the Sagittarius energy that is maybe pushing you, but you are learning, you are going deep within, and you are saying, okay, here I am gonna learn to understand what the 9 means, what this inner consciousness means to me. Very beautiful reading. I hope I see you in the next one. That's when then the sun is in Aquarius. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.